Good morning from beautiful downtown Blue Ridge, Sycamore Crossing. Yes, if you see us here, it means it's Friday, number one. And also Blue Ridge, we call it Small Town America, starting up in the morning. So this is a live show. You're going to see trucks pass by about 9:30. We should get a beer truck delivery down through here. You may hear the scenic railroad whistle and bell in the background. So it's a lot of fun on Fridays, action-packed show. But Small Town America starting up. I just can't say enough of how much I enjoy coming up here on Friday at Sycamore Crossing to do this show. I'm your host, BKP. Thank you for being here, Amanda. Thank you. Glad you're here today, okay? So Amanda's with us today. You never know on Fridays, you know, who's producing the show, right, Amanda? Not true, Amanda says. Okay, at 8:10, we're going to take a little break and get Dr. Whaley in here. Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. We always thank Georgia Cancer Specialist, North Georgia Cancer Specialist with Northside Hospital, affiliated with Northside Hospital. So he'll be in here in just a minute. And we have a special show today at 8:35, right around that area. We'll have the All-Star Political Panel with Rick, Jane, and Bruce. But our special guest at 9:30, if you missed it out there, we had an election Tuesday night in Georgia, and Brian Kemp is the Republican nominee for governor here in Georgia after a win, a decisive landslide win Tuesday night over Casey Cagle. He will be a call-in with the All-Star Political Panel at 9:30, so Brian Kemp will be on the line with us. And then we have our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society. Now, we're not forgetting North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, but because of our special guest, Brian Kemp, calling in today and being on the show, we're going to actually come back next week with North Georgia Senior Living, but we'll talk about it this week and tell you all about it and what we're doing there with that episode. Okay, now, I only have a couple minutes before I get Dr. Whaley in here, but while, I want to say this because while the media this morning, if you're flipping around and you find those channels that frustrate me and maybe you also, well, they're trying to figure out how the president's going to react to the recent discoveries from Michael Cohen and Rudy Giuliani and Lanny Davis, and they're splitting all that up and figuring all that out because Michael Cohen said something and released a tape. That's what they're doing. But you know what? At 8:30, the GDP numbers come out. We may hit 5% growth at 8:30, but that's not top story on some networks. It's not. But 8:30, the GDP. Oh, by the way, Amanda, can you put the picture over my shoulder? This is like an afterthought for some networks. North Korea, the North Korean summit with Kim Jong-un, to some media cycles, was such a failure. Well, let me tell you something. There's 50 families. Now, there's over 5,000 MIA in North Korea. There's a little war over there, 5,000 that were not accounted for in the Korean War, okay? Men and women, your sons and daughters that did not come home. Part of the deal with Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un in the summit was to start returning the remains, okay, of the left behind, the MIA. 50. What you see over my shoulder is a box with one of our servicemen or women, I don't know the picture, Amanda pulled it up, that holds the remains of one of your sons, daughters, aunts, uncles, dad, whoever. How exciting that is this morning. Whether it's only 50 and we're going to keep looking for the rest. So, some networks tell you so many things are just a failure. Some networks tell you so many things are just a disaster. But we'll start Friday with saying we may have a new trade agreement with the EU. Yes, we may have a new trade agreement with the EU. It may favor the U.S. EU, it may favor the U.S. There's one. GDP may be 5% here at 8:30, even if it's only 4.2. Really? Wow. There's another. And the remains of some of our servicemen, maybe your dad, your uncle, your son, whoever is coming home from North Korea. I don't know. I don't think we're going to count any failures today, and we're going to have a good show. I'm going to take a break. Dr. William Whaley will be in here. Ask the Doc. And then All-Star Political Panel, Rick, Jane, and Bruce. and our special call-in guest, Republican candidate for governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, right after these messages. I'm BKP. Take us a break.